Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Public Health, or welcome to our Public Health program. My name is Sheila Stepp, and I'm the Department Chair of Movement Science at Orange County Community College. We have a degree, we host the degree in Public Health. As you may know, you may be coming from a different organization, and the public health classes, the core courses with the PBH in front of them are all offered through Orange County Community College. So a couple of things that you want to know about that. When you register from your institution, you will get cross-registered into our institution. Your courses will occur or take place on the SUNY Orange Blackboard website. Lots of students have said, I can't see any information, my course isn't open yet. The instructors make it open the day before and give you access to that. So you should be able to see that today at the very latest. And you can take a look and start poking around. The course is designed to allow for you to have a week of inquiry and sort of understanding. There's always a learning curve when something new happens. Every course is designed so that there are weekly folders. If you open up the weekly folder, you will see that there's a lecture, there are PowerPoints, there may be assignments, there's a discussion board question, there may be other readings that you need to do, there are listed learning outcomes for that week. Those are all the materials that you will need within that week in one folder. So go through, click around. Underneath the information tab gives you the idea of course syllabus says, what's needed, all the requirements on there, how you'll be graded, what types of assignments you'll be needing to do. The textbook requirements are also listed there. You will have a course of due dates. Underneath and within each one of the folders, you will see that underneath there are dates. We have made the course dates due dates different days of the week for each one of our courses. So lots of students are very pleased with a Sunday to Sunday sort of operation. And we don't do that because first and foremost, we have found that many students wait until the day before their assignment to sort of look at it and pay attention. And for a variety of reasons, maybe that's just how their life works. The challenge is that then they're trying to locate and find instructors on a Saturday or early Sunday morning, and perhaps the instructors aren't always available. So we have course materials, so somebody's due on a Tuesday, somebody's due on a Wednesday, somebody's due on a Thursday, somebody's due on a Friday, and then we have somebody who is selected to have their stuff turned in by Sunday. So from that standpoint, something is due each and every different day. So you have to keep in mind about your weeks will not necessarily run simultaneously. This is also considered a best practice in full DL programs so that students can have different time to sort of focus on different aspects of their courses. So that's an important part of that. I'm here to talk to you today about a couple of things that are unique to our program that we've noticed that some students are struggling with. So again, I want to point out that what you're looking at here is the recommended course sequence page from the SUNY Orange College Catalog, and these are the courses that our students will take in order to earn a public health degree. What you may find very interesting is that our public health courses do not have co-reqs or prerequisites. Many students have taken up to 3 at one time. I would recommend against this because I think that we're not using our base knowledge and building upon it in the best possible way. But I understand that some people have made major changes and are trying to complete the degree. So I can appreciate both sort of aspects of that. So you'll note that in our core curriculum, we have 5 classes. We have the PBH 101 is Intro to Public Health. We have PBH 102, Promoting Healthy People and Communities. PBH 203, Concepts of Epidemiology. PBH 204, Global Health. And PBH 205, U.S. Healthcare Systems. Each and every one of these courses are taught by a different instructor who is passionate about their area of study and who practices this outside of the community college. And so other words, they have real jobs in this area of expertise. So please take advantage of that. The thing that's also we found a little bit challenging is that many of our students are not necessarily well prepared for the amount of reading and writing that's required for these courses. So our program has some key learning outcomes, and I'm just going to scroll down here. Our program learning outcomes are vast and multiple. And when you're taking each one of these courses, your course will have student learning outcomes, and that's what you're supposed to learn in that course. Each and every one of those courses fits into and somehow satisfies one of these program learning outcomes. And these program learning outcomes are directly aligned with the University of Albany's program learning outcomes because we have an articulation agreement, which means that they will accept our classes one for one and bring you right into junior status if you so choose to go to that institution. The other thing is that they're just part and parcel of what a program needs to have for the learning outcomes as far as or related to accreditation. So when doing that, you'll note that some of the things require group or teamwork. Some of the things require presentations. And so this is why you do many of those types of assignments within your class, within your classes. We've experienced three main challenges with our students up to this point that we would sort of like to make you aware of and get you thinking about early on so that you're ready when it happens in your course. So the first thing is that all of these courses require that you do analyzing, interpreting, and problem solving for a variety of different things within your classes. You do all of this by critically thinking and working in teams. So what's really important for us to understand is that when you are asked a question or you're asked to review something from the chapter or some part of reading a website or whatever, the thing is that we want you to go back, take a good look at it, and come up with your own information. In the past, some students have sort of been looking for an answer on page 35 and just writing out that answer. And that's really not enough. So we're going to hold you to a higher standard moving forward with that so that you're better prepared for the four-year degree or moving on. The next thing is that our format in the way in which you have to do your work is with APA referencing. So we're hoping that each and every one of you takes a look at the APA resources within your course, use the internet. Perhaps you'd want to buy the book as your reference resource. But the thing is that we do not, many institutions, Orange County Community College specifically, uses MLA as its standard, and we are going to require that you use APA formatting. So we're hoping to help you become accustomed to that and learn that better. The next thing is the discussion board questions. We've had a challenge where students are writing, yes, I agree with you. Oh, that's an awesome idea. Good effort. And so what we're trying to do is to change that and remind everybody that the discussion boards are really your way of being able to critically analyze all the information that you're given and come up with some answers, solutions, or ideas. And so your coursework will have, each and every one of your courses will have a new discussion board, grading rubric, and information piece on there. So remember that you're required to not only make your initial post within 48 hours of that chapter opening, but you're also required to make quality replies to your classmates. So we're hoping that we can better guide you with our new protocols. And those are our three big changes for this semester. So we're anxious to get you started, to start learning with you. and working together. Please be sure that if you have or encounter any problems, you nip them in the bud ASAP. I'm going to tell you that Blackboard is not so Apple friendly, so that's a little challenging. Some things won't open. If that's the case, please make sure that you contact your instructor. There's also several help desk numbers that you've been given upon registration and that are accessible underneath the SUNY Orange DL website. Getting started. So if you're having questions about, oh my gosh, I don't know how to do this, you can come to our SUNY Orange website where it says current or future students. You can come underneath the academics tab, which always is there, and you will see online learning. If you open up this online learning, it gives you all of the information that you need to get started in Blackboard. So please take the time to get through some of this. You'll see also right here that if you need a tutorial and you need to know how to attach something or how to open something, there's a whole list of tutorials here in Blackboard for your help. So keep that in mind, all of these resources. We have the main person who's the Director of Academic Technology. Please understand that this woman is one individual that helps with all classes, and she's terrific. But if you're calling to ask, like, I don't know what to do for this assignment, then that would not be the person. Your instructor would be the person that you need to contact for that. Okay, so I'm hoping that that all makes sense. I'm wishing you a wonderful semester. And if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. Sheila, SHEILA, STEP, STEPP, at sunyorange.edu. And I'll get back to you. Thanks so much. Be well.